Fans were enthralled by Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet's unquestionable connection and undying love from the moment they first met till their idyllic romance. However, after more than 10 years of dating, the pair suddenly announced their split, shocking the entire world. Why was this devastating choice made? Jason has spoken up after months of silence, detailing the introspection and personal challenges that influenced his path. Come along as we share the little-known facts about their breakup, providing an unprecedented look into Jason's emotional side. Jason Momoa had a crush on Lisa Bonet since he was a kid. Jason Momoa has admitted that he'd been thinking about actress Lisa Bonet since the 1980s, even though they didn't meet until after 2000. Before starring in the spin-off series A Different World, the actress garnered a lot of followers in the sitcom The Cosby Show. However, none of them seemed to be as devoted as Jason. Later, in a 2017 interview with James Corden on The Late Late Show, he talked candidly about everything. Although Jason joked that he was a full-fledged stalker, he admitted that he didn't inform Lisa until much later in their relationship. The actor also revealed that he told his mother, "I want that one," and that he was going to stalk her for the rest of his life. In 2005, the actor tried to impress his new girlfriend by changing his hair. When Jason Momoa found out they'd meet through mutual acquaintances, he seemed resolved to do whatever it needed to win Lisa Bonet over. They were in the right place at the right time. Not that the thought of meeting Lisa had ever left his mind, Momoa stated during his appearance on The Late Late Show. Jason felt fireworks going off inside when Lisa introduced herself at a jazz club. The actor even got his hair done in dreadlocks to win his love. At the end of the evening, the two got a ride together and even stopped at Cafe 100 for drinks. The rest is history. Throughout their partnership, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa welcomed 2 children. After only 2 years of dating, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet had their first kid together. Lisa had another daughter, Zoe Kravitz, from her first marriage to Lenny Kravitz, even though their daughter Lola was the actor's first. The couple decided to grow their family again after receiving the news in July 2007. There was more news when their son, Nakoa Wolf Manakaupo Namakea, was born in December 2008. Many thought Jason and Lisa had it all. The Baltimore Sun later claimed that Nakoa's name is based on Jason's Hawaiian ancestry, with his first name meaning warrior in recognition of being born on the stormiest, rainiest night. In the film Road to Paloma, Jason Momoa portrayed Lisa Bonet as his romantic interest. Although Lisa established herself as an actor, she hadn't played a significant role for years. That is, until she met Jason Momoa. She told People magazine that she is a shy person and that joining the crime drama Life on Mars in 2008 was an intense decision. Fortunately, the decision paid off, and a collaborative project soon followed. In 2014, Jason decided to include his family by writing, directing, and starring in the drama film Road to Paloma, in which he and Lisa played romantic rivals. Since they had to travel so far away from our families, Jason told Collider that working with his partner was awesome. Jason Momoa began to take better care of himself after becoming a father. Because of his looks and body, Jason Momoa has been one of the most popular performers to watch for many years. The actor didn't always take care of himself the way he does today, though. Jason frequently shares videos and selfies from the gym on social media, particularly when getting ready for a job. However, in 2017, Jason told Men's Health that becoming a father was the turning point in his life. Before bringing his 2 children into the world, he acknowledged that he was pretty reckless and a bit out of control. According to the actor, he's now more focused, wants to stick around, and tries to take care of myself more. Despite not marrying, the actor called Lisa Bonet his wife for years. Over the years, many have been curious about the specifics of Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet's relationship. After all, there's always been a sense of ambiguity around their relationship. Numerous speculations circulated that the couple had secretly married soon after having their first child. The fact that Jason frequently referred to Lisa as his wife, telling Entertainment Tonight, "I've been married to my wife for 12 years, and that the actor acknowledged in a 2013 interview that "my wife's Lisa Bonet" were the leading causes of this. Because of the length and intensity of their relationship, the couple felt as though they were married, even though they hadn't walked down the aisle. He was not impressed when details regarding Jason Momoa's wedding were leaked. When the world discovered that Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet had secretly married in October 2017, it was the moment many fans have been waiting for. But there was a problem. The ceremony was meant to be kept a secret, and it seemed the actor didn't like that the public found out before making their announcement. The ceremony is not well recognized. Nevertheless, it's thought that family and friends well received the wedding at the couple's California home. After saying that he believed the marriage would be on the down low, Jason subsequently told Entertainment Tonight that someone leaked it and that he will find you for revealing such a private moment to the world. Despite their seldom family vacations, Lisa did declare her love for Momoa. Shortly after their wedding, Jason admitted that he still felt like a newlywed, even though the pair had been together for over 10 years before they walked down the aisle. In a rare discussion about their marriage in an interview with Porter magazine, Lisa added to their relationship's mystique. Lisa said her husband is an alpha male who stands for love and family. As she gushed about her love, the actress said Jason is a leader. He's generous. Amazingly, in December 2018, Jason and Lisa walked the red carpet with their kids, giving the world another glimpse of their family. They appeared to be the ideal family and were come to celebrate the release of the superhero film Aquaman. Jason Momoa's marriage to Lisa Bonet demonstrated that anything is possible. The actor appears not as forthcoming about her marriage and relationship with Jason Momoa as Lisa Bonet has been. Many interviews center on his private life, and he's frequently seen raving about his marriage and family. Jason's conversation with Esquire in 2019 was one of those occasions. Here, the actor acknowledged that he had put in much effort to launch his profession and take advantage of every chance. Who inspired him? Lisa. It wasn't long before remarks like this made fans fall even more in love with the actor than they had been before. Jason went on to say that when someone says something isn't possible, he reminds them that he married Lisa Bonet. Thus, anything's possible. Many believed Lisa and Jason would be together forever after a viral scene at the 2020 Golden Globes. Without considering the future, it might be challenging to determine whether a relationship will endure forever. Most of us must rely on hints to determine whether something is long-term oriented until that time arrives. People believed that Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet would be together forever, which was the case for many. First, Jason clarified that he had always desired to be with Lisa. The 2020 Golden Globes followed, which went viral very fast. People quickly noted that the actor had dropped his jacket and was sitting in a tank top to keep his wife warm when the camera shifted to Jason and Lisa in the crowd. For years, Lenny Kravitz has talked about how much he loves Jason Momoa and their one family. People also thought Jason and Lisa would stay together because the actor has always been close to Lenny Kravitz, Zoe's father, and Lisa's first husband. One of the times the Globe realized the trio was closer than most people was August 1st, 2020. Lenny ended his social media message with "one family" to wish the actor a happy birthday. The three have been raising the kids as if they were their own for years. One love. Later, Lenny talked about his connection with Jason in an interview with Men's Health, saying, "People can't believe how tight Jason and I are." Even though it required work and time, healing and reflection, Lenny claims he knew, "I love this dude," the moment they met. In January 2022, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet announced their separation in a joint statement. Nobody was prepared for the news that broke in January 2022 because there were so many instances of affection and gratitude for one another. That's because Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa jointly stated on social media. The drama many fans witnessed unfold in front of the cameras differed from the one behind the scenes. They acknowledged that "we are parting ways in marriage." Jason and Lisa admit they didn't want to disclose the split because "we think it's newsworthy," but because they wanted to live with dignity and honesty. Even though their relationship was over, they've always tried to keep it intact. The pair said that the changing world mainly caused their breakup. Naturally, many people were curious about the reasons for the breakup of what seemed to be one of Hollywood's strongest couples. In their joint statement, the couple continued to discuss their decision, so they didn't have to wait long for news. It appeared that Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet were referring to the worldwide pandemic that's upended people's lives over the past 2 years, when they stated that everyone has felt the squeeze and changes of these transformational times. They went on to say that even though the love between us carries on, they felt the seismic shifts occurring and that they needed to free each other and be who we are learning to become. According to sources, the two eventually took different routes due to their differences. Although it seemed that Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet had provided a reason for their breakup in the statement, it didn't take other people to piece together their explanations. A source later told Us Weekly that they acknowledged that the reason things worked so well in the beginning was because they were so different. They said Lisa was always cool, calm, and subdued, while Jason was jovial, loud, and the center of attention. Even though opposites can attract, the source believes their differences started to cause friction because they wanted to live different lives. Lisa prefers to stay home, while Jason aspires to travel the world. Jason Momoa has supported Zoe Kravitz, his stepdaughter, in her next assignment. Jason Momoa's feelings towards his family, especially his stepdaughter Zoe Kravitz, are among the things that haven't altered since the breakup was announced. She's known him for years, and he doesn't want their relationship to end anytime soon. On January 27, 2022, Jason took to social media to congratulate Zoe on her position as Catwoman in the upcoming superhero picture, The Batman. Robert Pattinson will play the hero of the film, and many people are excited to witness a fresh interpretation of the character. Zoe responded, "I love you," after Jason tweeted that he's so proud and can't wait. The actor also added, "Love you, Zozo." The actor was soon seen residing in a van in his friend's yard. It's reasonable to believe that Jason Momoa has access to some of the most excellent lodging options. It didn't take long for people to notice that Jason Momoa lived in a very unusual arrangement for a Hollywood celebrity. Still, even though that may be the case, it seems the actor doesn't want to take advantage of any of them. This is because images of Jason residing in a camper van in his friend's yard surfaced in January 2022. Not much is known about whose home it might be or how long Jason intends to live this way. However, given that Jason had already taken off his wedding band, it didn't take long for people to conclude that the couple's relationship must be permanent. According to a source, Jason Momoa would rather live in his van than enjoy the comforts of Hollywood. Surprisingly, Jason Momoa may have owned his camper van for a long time and hasn't invested in it while dealing with his breakup. If Jason already has the resources, it might also support statements from a previous source that he wishes to see the world. Jason stays in it quite often, according to a source who spoke to The Sun, and he preferred to sleep in the camper van rather than a hotel so he can be by the beach. The actor has never been a private jet luxury resort kind of guy, the source said, suggesting that Jason prefers the simpler things. Jason Momoa has everything he could need in his truck. Jason Momoa does not necessarily lack the comforts he's accustomed to just because he lives in a camper van. It's unclear whether Jason has formally left the California house where he lived with Lisa Bonet and their kids, or if this is just a stopgap as the couple attempts to distance themselves from the circumstance. According to the Mirror, a customized Earth Roamer XV LTI 026 costs roughly $750,000. Jason is said to have loved the camper van so much that he drove it to the 2018 Aquaman movie premiere. It appears that the actor will need to adjust to referring to the four wheels as his house for the time being. Without Lisa, Jason Momoa stepped up to help Zoe Kravitz. It's no secret that Zoe Kravitz has been working hard in recent years to follow in the footsteps of her mother and stepfather, and it appears that the world won't have to wait too long to see in what ways she can contribute to the upcoming The Batman film. Unfortunately, not everyone seemed present when Zoe walked the red carpet for her movie. to enjoy the occasion with Lola and Nicoa Wolf as they stood hand in hand with Zoe for the cameras. Jason took a plane to New York City on March 1, 2022. But Lisa Bonet's visage was conspicuously absent. There may not be any animosity between Lisa and Jason, even though many people questioned why she was missing. The actor wants the public to know they'll remain a family. The fact that celebrity breakups don't always go well is something that many people have observed over the years. While celebrities have frequently made headlines about their ex-partners, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet are an exception. In fact, throughout all of their interviews, they have consistently spoken positive about one another. Instead of skipping the event entirely, Jason decided that Me and the Babies would come support Zoe Kravitz. Jason talked candidly to Entertainment Tonight about his experience on the red carpet without Lisa, saying they are just so proud and that Lisa couldn't be here. The actor said, "You know, it's still family." When Jason Momoa mentioned Lisa for the first time since the breakup, many were expecting more. Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet were photographed with their 2 kids, but many were curious whether their relationship was more complicated than it first appeared. Since the pair said they were splitting up, the actor has been relatively active on social media. However, he hasn't yet shared any new information about his connection with Lisa. Additionally, neither of them has discussed the divorce in an interview. But for the time being, it seems like they both wish to keep the specifics private. The actor has not yet provided proof that anything has changed, except the hints that things appear to be going well because of Jason's appearance with Entertainment Tonight. Reconciliation between Lisa and Jason is rumored to have occurred. When Lisa and Jason's followers discovered they would split up, they were crushed. However, there have been speculations that the couple has reconciled and is working on getting back together. So some people think that things might not be all bad for the couple they believe would be together forever. Although posting a notification on social media usually indicates that the damage has been done, there is still hope for improvement. Is that possible for Jason and Lisa? A close friend told Hollywood Life about everything, so that's what one source thinks. They are very much back together, they said, which may explain Jason and Lisa's silence. According to a source, the couple has endured too much to give up at this time. The source discussed Jason and Lisa's purported memory with Hollywood Life, saying that the actor moved back in with Lisa about 2 weeks ago. This would imply that Jason returned to the family home around Valentine's Day and has been quiet since there have been no family photos or updates. According to the source, the couple decided they wanted to work on things rather than throw in the towel because they have invested in each other and have been through a lot together over the years. If the rumors are accurate, it may be some time before we hear anything new about whether the couple wants to ensure the reconciliation lasts. But neither has yet to corroborate the rumors. Jason Momoa had already had to live apart from his family before the van. Surprisingly, the actor seems to have had to leave his loved ones behind after relocating into a camper van. Jason Momoa's parents chose to divorce when he was a little child. In an interview with Star Advertiser, Jason talked candidly about everything. He revealed that his mother had gone to Hawaii from Iowa in the 1970s, fell in love, and gave birth to the actor. Unfortunately, according to Jason, the marriage never made it. He and his mother were compelled to return to Iowa, where she was born. The twist? As the years went by, his father continued to live in Hawaii, eventually informing Jason that it's hard for a Hawaii boy to grow up there on the mainland. According to reports, the actor was homesick from Hawaii and yearned to go back. Jason Momoa's father had warned him that if he stayed in Hawaii for too long and attempted to relocate to the U.S. mainland later in life, he would experience homesickness. The issue? When Jason and his mother relocated to Iowa, he began to miss home. Despite living in the United States, they had quite different lifestyles. Jason eventually acknowledged that he would spend each summer in Hawaii before returning to school in Iowa. Jason was concerned about Iowa's lack of diversity. Still, his father, Joseph, admitted to the Star Advertiser that his son needed to go and gain all this knowledge before graduating and be able to come back here. Momoa's mother was a single mother who also had financial difficulties. Jason Momoa wished he could go back in time and live the life he was accustomed to, but it wasn't only that he missed Hawaii. It seems that his mother experienced financial difficulties because she had to relocate across the United States unexpectedly and raise her son alone. When Jason talked to EW about his early years, he admitted that his mother worked 3 jobs, but it wasn't enough to pay for a babysitter, suggesting that Jason may have spent much time alone. That doesn't imply that the actor harbors any animosity against his parents. He frequently shares how much he loves his mother on social media and calls single mothers truly superheroes. When he was a child in Iowa, he was teased because he was the only mixed-race kid. Bullying was the one thing that Jason Momoa seemed to have to deal with during his early years. Over the years, several celebrities have shared their personal stories. Jason's progress through the years does not imply that he's completely forgotten the suffering he endured as a child. Jason went out to InStyle about his experiences, admitting that he was frequently singled out by bullies at school because he was the only mixed-race kid. Jason went on to say that he was a product of 2 very opposite worlds, and that as a child, he had difficulty figuring out where he fit in. The actor's admission that "I got beat up a lot for being slightly different" only worsened the situation. Because of his style, Jason Momoa was frequently singled out during middle school. Jason Momoa was said to stand out from the other children for reasons other than his upbringing. The actor had lived on the island for years and was accustomed to residing with Hawaiians. But everything changed after he relocated to Iowa, and his fashion suddenly didn't fit the state's aesthetic. Jason told EW that he was frequently referred to as a freak at school since he was an artistic skateboarder type. Furthermore, he said he was small in middle school since he had not yet developed the well-known muscles many people now recognize. Undoubtedly, that was sufficient to make an impact on the actor. Jason still didn't feel like he belonged, so returning to Hawaii didn't stop the bullying. That does not imply that Jason Momoa's memories of Iowa are all negative. Jason told EW that although he loves Iowa, he felt a bad taste in his mouth because "I just didn't fit in." Jason said living in Iowa as a Hawaiian made him feel like a fish out of water. Unfortunately, returning to his home state didn't improve things. Jason spent the whole of his life wanting to live in Hawaii, but it appears that he felt ostracized as soon as he arrived because he wasn't considered a local after spending so much time on the mainland. Jason was left to forge my path, whatever he chose. After working on Baywatch Hawaii, Jason had trouble finding acting roles. Jason Momoa became well-known just by appearing in the drama series Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, his ascent to prominence wasn't as simple as most people believe. For many years, the actor was well-known for his 2-year role as Jason Eon in the drama series Baywatch Hawaii. After it ended in 2001, Jason felt great about the role because he moved to Los Angeles immediately to further his acting career. But as soon as he arrived in the city, the actor told InStyle he had trouble finding a job. Jason seemed to be left to fend for himself after failing to get an agent for 3 or 4 years. While filming Game of Thrones, the actor became so destitute that he could not afford a plane ticket home. Jason Momoa's portrayal of Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones was an immediate hit and won over many fans. The series became one of the most popular ever, drawing millions of viewers weekly to follow the plot. Jason did not, however, immediately benefit from his role when it was shown on television. For the actor, it was quite the reverse. The issue was that Jason had to leave his family and travel across the globe for Game of Thrones because many scenes were shot in Ireland. The actor frequently couldn't afford to travel back during breaks because he had little money. Playing Khal Drogo pigeonholed Jason Momoa into one role and made it challenging to find acting work. The fact that people assumed Jason Momoa could only play one character and not positively was another problem with his debut part that caused people to pause and take notice of the celebrity. People believed that Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones was the extent of the actor's career and had not yet seen what more he might do. To make matters worse, Jason told EW that after a while he was hurt because many thought he didn't speak English and had no idea he was playing a role. As if that weren't enough, Jason told InStyle that he was completely in debt and that it was a very challenging time when he couldn't get work. When Jason Momoa was filming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, he suffered severe injuries. Fortunately, the actor's fortunes changed when he was cast in the title role in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Jason was set to prove to the world that he could play any part assigned to him, in addition to being able to enter the DC universe. That did not, however, imply that the filming process would be simple. Later, Jason discussed everything on the Ellen DeGeneres show when he admitted that he messed up my eyes after getting something in one that kind of cut it up, forcing him to have surgery. Jason thankfully acknowledged that he could still see despite having a scratched cornea. Unfortunately, he had several injuries over the years. The actor was young and stupid and had already hurt himself numerous times. There's always a risk when performing your stunts in a movie. For years, Jason Momoa has told Ellen DeGeneres that he had a hernia and ribs out as a result of getting beat up in a variety of roles. Jason has kept his fans informed about his numerous ailments on social media. He once shared a post detailing the numerous injuries he'd sustained over the years, including a broken knee, ankle, and femur, as well as shoulder problems. As if that weren't enough, the actor feels that his shenanigans when he was young and stupid are why he couldn't do night shoots anymore, and that he can feel all those fight scenes. Jason claims that a lot of his suffering now stems from getting old. Momoa was in a bar brawl in 2008, which is how he got his facial scar. Jason Momoa has been hospitalized for reasons other than getting into fights on screen. He was once the victim of a risky bar fight that nearly ended his career and his life before he had a chance to flourish. According to NBC Los Angeles, Jason was at the Bird Cafe in Hollywood in November 2008 when it all occurred. It's also the cause of his well-known eyebrow scar, which has grown increasingly noticeable. It seems that another man approached Jason and began attacking him without cause. When someone came up to him and smashed a pint glass in my face, the actor told Access Hollywood that the whole situation was crazy. He had reconstructive surgery and almost 140 stitches in his face. You'll most likely require medical assistance if a glass smashes your face. Jason Momoa experienced it, although he was unaware of the severity of his injuries until he arrived at the hospital. Here he discovered that in addition to reconstructive surgery, he required a little over 140 stitches in my face in an attempt to treat the horrifying wounds. Jason went on to say that the reason hair stopped growing in that area of his eyebrow was because of the attack. Jason's optimism indicates that he's not let the scar limit him. It's helped him get those mean roles, he told the New York Post, and he's no longer referred to as a pretty boy as he was for so long. Jason Momoa believes it was a gang initiation, but no one was ever charged. What became of the other man who got into the fight? According to reports, Dominic Brando was the perpetrator of the attack. Nevertheless, he subsequently entered a not guilty plea to assault with a deadly weapon. He ultimately only required 15 stitches for his hand, most likely because the glass broke during his attack on the actor. However, according to NBC, Dominic's attorney was able to deflect criticism by claiming that every bar brawl has at least 2 or 3 explanations. No one was ever charged, even though the proof appeared present. Jason now thinks that Dominic and his pals were responsible for his attack, which was some form of gang initiation. In 2019, while Jason Momoa was on vacation, someone attempted to body shame him. Jason Momoa's fantastic physique is only one of the many things people have observed about him. Even the actor has been subjected to body shaming over the years, despite having some of Hollywood's most identifiable muscles. During his 2019 vacation, Jason experienced one of those times. People worldwide quickly jumped to Jason's defense, saying the trolls had no idea what they were saying. The paparazzi took pictures of the actor without his shirt, and it didn't take long for them to write comments like, "Been working on his dad's belly," and how Jason needed to start lifting again. Jason? He dismissed it, telling USA Today he was not offended at all. He quickly built a strong bond with 8-year-old Danny Sheehan, who loves Aquaman. Jason Momoa has an enormous following worldwide thanks to his role as Aquaman. Among them was Danny Sheehan, who was only 8 years old when a video of him getting an action figure of Aquaman went viral. But then things became gloomy. According to People magazine, Danny was fighting brain cancer at the time of his video appearance. That was all Jason needed to hear because he soon contacted Danny to make a surprise video call to the child. The actor thanked his community for connecting him to Danny in a video he shared on social media. Jason acknowledged that he sent the child additional Aquaman goods and included a link to Danny's GoFundMe page in the description. For Jason Momoa, hearing that Danny had died was a devastating blow. Unfortunately, the following year, Jason Momoa received some terrible news. Danny Sheehan had died. The actor and the child appeared to bond well because they both loved Aquaman and wanted to improve Danny's life during his treatment. Jason had persisted in making every effort to preserve the child's memories. Jason posted a picture of the two, who were costumed as Aquaman, on social media and conveyed the heartbreaking news to his followers. The actor admitted that being friends with Danny was a privilege and that he wanted to dedicate Aquaman 2 to you, Lil Angel. It seems that Danny had a significant influence on Jason. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon